Alrighty, hi Santa fam followers. So right now I am showing you the night before I film tomorrow because I got a busy day in the morning. And so right now all this is gonna go to donation. So I'm gonna take it down to my car now and have it ready for tomorrow morning because we have a appointment that we have to go into in the morning, and then after the appointment I'll drop that off on the way back home. I'm filming it now so I don't have to be in a rush and a hurry and forget to film it tomorrow morning as we're running out the door. So this is exciting. Donating, finally downsizing a little bit. Woot woot. Got some more I gotta do, but take what I can a little bit at a time. It's the way to go. Alrighty, so I'm getting ready to go take Mallory to her doctor's appointment, and I have driving anxiety, so it's kind of peaking at the moment a little bit, rising I should say. I haven't driven that way by myself in about a year. Woo! I can do this. I can do this. It's just 10 minutes, right? Alrighty, note to self, don't brush your teeth when you already feel like you're gonna gag. Woo! I like nearly gagged as I was brushing my teeth. That's how nervous I am, you guys. This is no joke. Why am I so nervous? Like, literally. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the car now. I got this. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this as short as I can without making it too long and too boring for everybody. But I just wanted to kind of share my experience with anxiety and how I got through it. So let's begin. So my anxiety started about 2 years ago, and it was when my husband was driving me to work, and my work was probably like 5-10 minutes away, but you had to get on the highway, so I wasn't too far away. We ended up getting hit as he was taking the off-ramp to go off the highway, and some guy hit us and we ended up doing a 180 on the highway. And that doesn't sound like too scary. Thankfully there was no further damage except for the back panel and the back tire of the car, but living in that moment, it is so scary. And what caused me to even have more of an anxiety with this was I told him a week prior that I had a vision that I was going to get hit and the children would not be with me and I was gonna die. So the fact that we got hit a week after I said that to him, and we did not have the kids, obviously I didn't die because here I am, but part of that vision came true. That's what freaked me out, and that started my anxiety to just peak up really bad. And then unfortunately shortly after that I transferred my job closer to home. So now I was working in my hometown. One, because my daughter had started school, so I just want to be closer to her, and two, I just really kind of felt uncomfortable driving on the highway, which was a really bad mistake for me because why am I so itchy? It was a bad mistake for me because then I ended up having my comfort zone was home, and I didn't like going outside of my home. Well, shortly after that, I ended up getting these, I call them heart palpitations, heart flutters, whatever you want to call them, but I would just be sitting calm and then all of a sudden my heart would start beating irregularly. It would be like fast or like skip a beat or something like that, and I would freak out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And I went and I saw my primary care doctor, and he told me that I have really bad anxiety and stress. And he was like, if you don't get this under control, he's like, you're going to be on medication or you're going to turn into a agoraphobe and you're not going to want to leave your house. Well, long story short, with that, we had found out that I was pregnant, and that was part of my issue of not following my doctor's orders. He told me to start working out and start getting out of the house and doing stuff like that. And kind of going into our past life, I will also do a history of our pregnancies, but kind of shed some light on that at the moment. I was scared to work out because we got pregnant. I went in and I was heavily working out. We had a miscarriage. And then we got pregnant with my oldest. And I did not work out. So that was fine. And then we got pregnant 4 years later, had a miscarriage, and I was working out at the time too. And then we had my son and I was not working out. So for me, I already established that pattern that working out and not working out had some consequences that I felt was on myself. Maybe it didn't really happen, but that's just kind of the connection that I made because it was so coincidental that it happened every time I would work out, have a miscarriage. I wouldn't work out, no miscarriage. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna work out. And because I wasn't working out, that did increase my anxiety. And I ended up turning into agoraphobe. I hated leaving my apartment, hated it. And I would call my husband every time I was coming home from work, calling him every time I went to the store. Like literally I would call him all the time. And I'm surprised like he didn't get annoyed and be like, stop calling me. And at the time, his job where he was working, he was able to pick up the phone. So he was like right there when I needed him. And now with him being at tech school and starting this military journey, I haven't been able to call him. I haven't had that comfort zone. So it just made my anxiety go 10 times through the roof. But going back to with my daughter and everything, after that I was kind of fine. And then we started the process for the military. And my anxiety kind of fluctuated, but not really. And it was kind of far out in my mind, so I really wasn't thinking about it. But then as I got closer to having my daughter, our youngest one, it increased my anxiety even more. And my nerves got even more because I had been always induced with all my children. And there's a slight chance that when you're induced that you could end up having a C-section just because your body is being forced to do something that it's supposed to do naturally, and all the chemicals and everything that they give your body can actually reverse and stop the labor. So I was freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I end up having a C-section? I can't have a C-section. And we got the news that my husband was accepted into the military, and I'm like, okay, now my anxiety is through the roof because I'm like, I can't have a C-section because I have to be able to take care of my children, and I'm not gonna have much help on my own because he's gonna be gone. So all this anxiety was going through my mind, along with the fact that we were moving out of our apartment and we didn't even have a place lined up. Oh my gosh, like, can you see my anxiety and my stress right now? Like, it is over my head. Then I had a really bad birth experience, and it wasn't like super bad, but it was kind of traumatizing in my eyes. And I had a doctor tell me that my anxiety, normal range anxiety is here, but my anxiety was like way off the chart. And she was like, you can't get through this without medicine. I don't want medicine. But in order for the doctor to release me from the hospital, she was like, either take medicine or I'm not gonna release you. And I was like, okay, I'll take anxiety medicine just to please you. And I'm thinking to myself, if I told my regular doctor, he probably would have like said, I told you so. And so I ended up being on anxiety medicine. For me, it was a bad mix because I ended up having really, I call them scary thoughts, but they're kind of like suicidal thoughts. They weren't kind of, they were. And that scared me because I was here without my husband and I'm having these thoughts. And I realized that the days that I took my medicine was when I had them. And then when I would miss a day, or, you know, just because it's hard to like keep up on everything, and everybody like misses pills every once in a while. So don't get shameful on me for missing a day. But I noticed that when I didn't take it, I didn't have these thoughts. And I was on the very low dose anyways, so I took myself off of it. One, because my primary doctor doesn't even know that I was taking it. Two, it was making me have freaky thoughts. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to myself. And so I stopped doing that. And my thoughts cleared up. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is nice. Then I started working out like my doctor suggested. And that also helped tremendously. And it was amazing how much working out 30 minutes a day changed my whole world around. I could drive to the store without my medicine. I could drive to the store that was 5 minutes away without a panic attack, without freaking out, without my hands feeling all clammy and, you know, I just wanting to like hide in a corner. It was so nice. And then I discovered this Christian radio station. I started listening to it and it helped me even more. And then I was trying to grow my own self with God and grow closer to God. And as I was doing that, I noticed a change. And I had to start driving to family that was probably like half-hour away. And I would have really bad anxiety on the highway. Like one point I wanted to cry. I wanted to like throw up as I was driving. I was so nervous that I was like, I want to turn around. But I kept telling myself, I have to push through this. And just as I was telling myself I have to push through this, the radio station that I was listening to would come on with this inspirational song. And it was always as I was driving to that location that I would always have that same inspirational song pop on. So to me, it felt like that was God telling me, like, you can do this. You need to go outside your comfort zone, but I'm here and I'm protecting you. And that helped me tremendously to overcome this roadblock of anxiety and stress that I was on. I didn't even like leaving my apartment. And now I can. And it is so nice. And I even, earlier this week, I took my youngest daughter to her doctor's appointment, which was about 10 minutes away. The same exit that we got hit and did that 180 on. I wanted to cry. Literally even now, just like taking that exit, I wanted to cry. But I was like, I have to go. I can't let this stop me. I have to be stronger than this. I know the good Lord is with me and He's guiding me and He is here for me and I can do this. And I made it and I came home and I was like, yes, I have accomplished this. And I was like, babe, look what I've done. It's taken me like 3 months to do it after having my daughter, but I was able to do it. I can see my battery is flashing up there, so I'm going to end this vlog. But pretty much that is the short version of my anxiety story and how I've overcome it, literally with Jesus, exercise, prayer, and just taking myself off of that medicine. And I don't recommend, if you've been on anxiety medicine, I don't recommend you taking yourself off because there's a lot of scary and dangerous side effects when you do that. For me, I was on the low dose and I was maybe taking it for a month at the time that I cut myself off, so I hadn't been taking it that long, but it was long enough that I knew it just wasn't working for me. And I did not want to be medicated. Personally, I just didn't want to. I knew that I could overcome this on my own. And I have through the good Lord and my own willpower. So that is my anxiety story. And to this day, I am still making progress trying to get outside of my comfort zone just a little bit more each time I drive. And I choose to do this because I can't be dependent on anybody, especially being the life that we live now in the military. I'm gonna have to start doing things on my own because my husband isn't going to be there. We'll be together, but he's gonna be at work most of the time, or he's gonna have to do other things. So I have to put on my big girl panties and do it. And I have been. I'm making slow but sure positive progress. All right, my camera died. Started my life. So anyways, going back to what I was saying, I could not have done this without the love and support of the Holy Lord and my willpower to push on and go through it. So this has been my experience with anxiety, stress, and everything like that. I hope I can inspire other people that if they are feeling the same way, that they can just kind of step out of their comfort zone each and every single day just a little bit, because a little bit can go a long way. And try exercising, try different things. If you are on meds, you know, talk to your doctor about, you know, how you can get off meds, because for me, meds just weren't a good thing. So I hope you all liked this video. Go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I got some more videos coming your way. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!